So we're going to start on our back, placing the ball right underneath your tailbone. Go ahead and press down so you want that pelvis to be in neutral position, and pull your legs up into tabletop. Arms are pressing down into the mat, right? Triceps are active, shoulder blades are pressing down, collarbone is wide. And we're gonna start with single leg stretch. Just extending those legs out, you're stretching through the front of the hip, and really focus on the stability on the ball. And keeping the pelvis as still as you can, sinking the navel down in towards the spine. Nice deep breaths. And really try to flow with the movement, so there's never an end point. One position flows right into the next. Both knees into the chest. Scoop the abs down a little bit deeper here. And then you're going to extend both legs out straight. And find a challenging level for you. Not too low so where your back starts to arch. Not too high so you're not really engaging the core. But you want to deepen the navel to spine connection. And keep that tailbone pressing down onto the ball. Inhale out, exhale, pull in. Keep the collarbone nice and wide. And single straight leg stretch. We're gonna just pause here for a second, grab onto your top leg, and go ahead, pull yourself in for a stretch. And the bottom leg just kind of rests into the mat. And now transitioning, float that left leg up off the mat. And we'll switch sides. Grabbing onto the other leg. And grab on whatever is available. Behind the thigh, behind the calf, for the ankle. Let the right leg relax for a moment, opening up the front of the hip. Breathe into it. And the right leg extends back long. And we switch and pull. Switch and pull. Again, keep that pelvis pressing down onto the mat. Navel pulling down towards the spine. Down towards the floor. Giving yourself a nice big stretch here in the hamstring. And then reaching the toes long. So think your toes are painting the ceiling, painting the wall. Good, one more set. Both legs up to the top. Pilates V, your first position, heels together, toes apart. Arms are gonna float out to the side this time. So we're adding a little extra challenge here. Float those triceps off the mat. Inhale, lower the legs down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Adding a little more stability to the exercise now without being able to use the arms to anchor down. Keep the hips relaxed. Sink that belly button down. You want to inhale, lower. Exhale, scoop and lift. Good, last one. Grab that ball and we're going to place it right on top of our right knee. We're in tabletop. So going into a little spine twist here. Both shoulder blades come off the mat and then pulse into that ball. Up, up. Up. I want you to think about your opposite hip dropping down and forward, and you're really twisting, engaging that left oblique. Switching sides, just try to hold that lift. So on this side, it's the right hip that drops down and forward. Pulse into that ball. Make sure it's the elbow pulsing and not the knee. Nice. Back to center, grab onto the ball, and we're going to pass the ball underneath. So back to single leg stretch. Yeah, we have a bend in that knee when we pull it in. Open the arms as wide as you can. Pass, open, pass, open, pass. Straighten those legs for scissors. Single straight leg stretch. Pass. Underneath, underneath. Flow the body just like you flow the breath. Pass, pass. And go ahead and rest the head down. Drop, take that ball right in between your knees into our glute bridges. Heels press down into the mat, rounding up through the hips, through the spine. And then exhale, slowly round down. Start at the top of your rib cage. Relax the waist, the hips forward. Scoop, round up. Peel that spine down and off the mat. Up 2 counts. Down 2. Up 2. Down 2. So those inner thighs are really turned on here. And the heels are driving in towards the mat to connect into those hamstrings. Single pulses up, down, down. Scooping those abs. Yeah, the pubic bone is your highest point in your bridge. Up and down, up and down. Sometimes there's a tendency to splay the ribs. Watch that. Keep the ribs knitted together. Now heel lifts. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Feel the resistance in the glutes. Keep squeezing, lifting those glutes high. Lift, lift, up, up. Walk it in, maybe a little bit higher. Keep squeezing the ball. Right leg extends, left leg extends. So the pelvis stays stable. Right, isolate the movement to the lower leg. Now holding that right leg up, start to squeeze into the midline. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lower, left leg, squeeze, squeeze. So make sure the right leg isn't moving. Only left. In, and both toes down. Lower your hips. Grab that ball, hug the knees into your chest. Let the low back relax for a moment. Butterfly it out. Stretching the inner thighs. We're going to reach that ball up and behind our head, crossing your wrists. Grab onto the ball so you can rest the head in the triceps here as we go into our crunches. Up and up. So the hips are totally relaxed. Yeah, knees are falling towards the floor. Using gravity to assist you there. Working the top of the 6-pack. Shoulder blades lift off the mat. Curl up, up. Into circles, round. Circle up and around. Both shoulder blades float off. Up and around. Exhale as you lift. Inhale down. Reverse. Up and around. Good. Try to stabilize the lower body as much as you can. Make the work happen at the waist and above. And rest. Nice work. Pass the ball back towards your ankles. And we're going to come onto our side. Coming down onto our forearm. Legs are going to be long, slightly in front of you. So we're going to lift those legs up and down. Again, really using the abs here. Exhale, scoop, pull the belly back, lift up out of that shoulder. Up. Hold that lift, squeeze the ball. In. Really think about the bottom leg reaching up. Elbow to knee. Pull in, reach out. In and out. Try to find length in that waist each time. Pull and reach. 3. Good. Now we're going to take it into little pulses. Pull in, quick, scoop. Back in the abs. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Keep the legs floating, and we're going to come all the way down. You can extend your arm long, or you can bend your arm to rest your head on. Whatever works. Side leg lift. So now we're in a straight line. Yeah, those ankles are in line with your knees, in line with your hips, in line with your shoulders. For an added challenge, you can bring that top hand to your top thigh, really working the balance here. Bottom waist is lifting away from the mat. And rotate, holding the lift. One foot comes forward, one foot goes back. Both thighs are hovering off that mat. Rotate, twist. Rotate, twist. I'm losing that ball, but I'm not giving up. Keep going. And oh, there it goes. Try to hold on to it. Keep those thighs hovering. We're going to transition into our teaser, right into center. Bend the knees, find that balance. And we're going to swing the legs to our other side. Come back onto the forearm, legs slightly in front, lift and lower. Yeah, so we never got out of that working zone. Stay right in it. Exhale, pull the abs back. Keep those legs on the angle. Lift. If you notice that your hip is kind of digging into the mat, just sink back. Yeah, you want to get onto the meaty part of your hip here. Almost really on your butt. Up. Up. Working that bottom oblique, bottom shoulder. Hold the lift, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Both legs squeezing into that midline. In, 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 in. Top arm reaches up. Here we go. Elbow to knee. Pull it in. Reach it back long. So you're really stretching and strengthening each time. Yeah, finding the extremes of both directions. 3. And back into those pulses. Hold it in. Squeeze. Pulse. In. 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 Use that breath. Keep lifting the chest. Yeah, don't give into those shoulders. Press the floor away. Pull. Good. Keep those legs floating. We're coming all the way down, lift and lower. Up and down. So make sure those legs are now in line with your hips. Shoulders and hips are stacked. Bottom waist is lifting. Up and down. Exhale as you lift into your leg lift. Hold it. Hold, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bottom leg is really pushing up here. In, 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 in. Nice. Go ahead, relax out of that. Grab your ball. Okay, we're going to come onto our seat here. So doing a fun little challenge, boomerang with the ball. Your ankles are stacked. The ball's squeezing between your ankles. So we're in this roll up position. We're going to start in our forward stretch. Arms are reaching forward. Abs are scooped. Slowly round down. Hands press into your mat. Open the chest wide and float those hips up. Legs up. Switch the cross of your ankles. Slowly round down. Lift up into teaser. Now from here, the legs lower. Arms reach behind. And then they're going to circle up and over so you're back to the front. Again, round down, scoop. Press into the mat. Lift those hips up. Swap the legs on top. Slowly lower. Lift the toes, lift the chest. Good. Lower the legs. Arms are going to circle behind. Added shoulder stretch. Release the arms, reach forward like rowing. And again, let's do one more side, each side. Press the shoulders into the mat. Swap the legs. Hold onto that ball. Slowly lower. Take your time, one vertebrae at a time. Lift the toes, lift the chest. Legs lower. Clasp the hands behind your back. Keep the abs engaged. Lift up and over. Stretch those shoulders and circle round. Last time, rounding down. Circle lift. Swap the ankles. Keep the belly away from your thighs here. Keep the hips high as you slowly lower. Lift up, 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 up. Lower the legs. One more shoulder stretch. And let it go. As you come up, grab that ball, rounding down back onto our back. We're going to go for double leg stretch, and we're going to take a little pike pass here with the ball. So ball is in our hands. Find your upper crunch. Extend toes and fingertips away. Pass the ball and open it back up. Exhale in, inhale out. Shh. So we want to think the shoulders and the head stay lifted the entire time. Yeah, going as fast as you can, keeping the control, keeping the flow in the movement. Out and pull. Out and pull. Out and pull. Last one. Ball is in your hands. Pulse towards those toes. Lift. Lift. So the ball is reaching towards the toes, but I want your eyes reaching towards your thighs. Yeah, curl that head in so we relieve some pressure on the neck there. Let's add a twist. Ball reaches towards the opposite ankle. Reach. reach, up, up. Both shoulder blades lift each time, up, up. Few more. And rest. Good. Go ahead and rock it all the way up. Finishing on all fours. We're going to drop down to our forearm. Place that ball behind the back of your knee. So working our forearms, we're adding some extra shoulder upper body work. Starting with a donkey kick, flex that foot. Really give the circle a nice squeeze. We're going to hydrant the knee out to the side, lower, and then kick straight behind. Side and up. Side and up. So with your supporting leg, I want you to stay high on that supporting hip. Press the bottom shin and top of the foot into the mat. Yeah, stay square in the forearms, square in the shoulders. Open and up. Open and up. Holding it up. Now keep that thigh high. I just want you to start to pulse in on that circle. Pulse, 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 pulse. So it's tiny. Yeah, we're really trying to fire up that hamstring here. Your thigh should at least be parallel to the floor. And now moving that pulse. Keep squeezing, knee towards the side so you're in your hydrant position. Keep that thigh parallel towards the floor. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold the squeeze, circle the leg, up and around, up and around. Don't let it drop. Small, squeeze it. Really visualize your panty line here. Yeah, you're carving it out. You're sculpting the back side of the body. Reverse the circle. Up and around, up and around. 6. Good, keep working that edge. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it behind and circle. Keep that squeeze. I know it's hard to hold that squeeze on the ball, but keep fighting for it. And reverse. Circle, circle, circle. Keep it going. Almost there. And rest. Oop. Let the ball go. And now just stretch out that leg for a moment. Feel some extension in the right leg. We're going to take 10 tricep push-ups. Let the chest fall between the hands. Nose in front of the fingers. Elbow squeeze back. Last one, hold it down. Little pulses. Down, down, down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest back. Good job. Grab for your ball. We're going to go right into the other side. So I'm going to stay facing the same way. Find your forearms, hydrant, and donkey kick. Let's go. Up and down, up and down. Right away, tight squeeze on that ball. Stay high in the supporting side. Press that bottom shin and top of the foot into the mat. Yeah, really stabilize. Up and down. Make sure you're controlling that movement both directions. Hold it up. Now add that pulse. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Thigh at least parallel towards the floor. Keep it squeezing, keep it squeezing. Heel towards seat. In, 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 in. Let's take it to the side. Knee stays high. Try and get that knee in line with your hip. Squeeze, 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 and circle. Circle. Breathe here. Try not to lean. The tendency is to lean to the supporting side. Try and counter that. Yeah, keep even weight in both forearms. Reversing that circle. Nice. Now hold that lift. Take it straight back. Here we go. Last set. Circle. Round. Round. And really visualize that glute here. That panty line. Carving it out. Reverse. Nice deep breaths. Keep those abs strong. And you are done. Good. Grab the ball. Let both legs stretch out this time. We're going to come onto our belly. Squeezing the ball behind you. Press the legs long. Lift that chest. Give the head a little shake, yes and no. Side to side, whatever feels good. Lifting up, arms are extending long back. Good, hold that lift. Now we're gonna try and squeeze that ball. Squeeze in. It's tiny. But get those arms straight, work those triceps. Squeeze in. We're almost done. Yeah, keep lifting the chest, finding more length through the whole body. And exhale, let it go back. Sinking your hips to your heels. Whew, good work, guys. That was so much fun. I love this little ball. Thanks for joining me. This is just a mere fraction of everything we can do with the ball. So I will definitely be back for another rendition of ball and mat exercises. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. Please subscribe. I love to hear from you guys. So thanks so much. Peace and love. See you guys soon.